Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, or should I say Beardless Wonder here from HeelvsBabyface. Let's just jump straight into this one because it's pretty damn hilarious. Mainstream gaming media is absolutely freaking out at the prospect of the release of Cyberpunk 2077 this week. Yes, it's coming out on Thursday. Yes, I plan on streaming it as much as I can throughout the day. You can already pre-install it on consoles too, I imagine, and on PC as well. So if you want to get it all nice and ready for the midnight launch, you can go do that. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are happy about the game. Is there any particular reason? Well, I'd say there's multiple. Let's just get the main ones. The main ones, this is by CD Projekt Red, and I think I can speak for a vast majority of people when I say in CD Projekt Red we trust. This is a gaming company that makes games for gamers. The Witcher series was an absolute mecca of a game series. I personally believe The Witcher 3 is the greatest game ever made. The worlds that they craft, the characters that they craft, the relationships, the environments, the combat, the stories, the romance, the pathos, all of it is so meticulously done that it immerses you in this incredible world. So Cyberpunk 2077, moving away from the Witcher series, but still adapting and adopting that same ethos, can, to me, only lead to an absolute belter of a game. But things are different. Instead of being third person, this is a first person shooter. You get to choose who your allegiance is with before you start the game. There's a very hefty character creation screen, as you will be adopting your own hero this time around, as opposed to taking hold of ladies. Geralt of Rivia, which I'm sure many of you will, and gents, I'm plenty sure that some of you as well. And so it's very much placing you in control of your own adventure and your own destiny. The world of Night City seems to be vast and sprawling. As from the Witcher series, we know there are plenty of twists and turns and adventures to be had everywhere. Have I got you excited yet? Have I got you hyped yet? Because that is literally what we are expecting on Thursday. And the games media hate it. Hate it. So why do they hate it so much? This article from Kotaku that came out on Friday. The Cyberpunk 2077 hype is just too much. And then if we just scroll down to what they called their podcast or whinge zone, I don't know. Stop the Cyberpunk 2077 hype train. We want to get off. Well, the good news is we want you to get off as well. And I'll quite happily push you off a moving frickin' train as we're going down the tracks. The reason why games media like Kotaku hate the thought of the hype of Cyberpunk 2077 is because normie gamers, regular people, are excited for this game. This whole article here, which I'm not going to go into because it is a mitigated trash, this here is essentially a hit piece. It is a disinformation piece which is trying to implant the idea into your head that Cyberpunk 2077 might be a dud. Look at these other games that came out to hype. Look at how these games failed. By the way, the examples they use are pathetic. Dante's Inferno, Haze, and Homefront. When did Dante's Inferno come out? 2011? 2010? 2009? Put it this way, absolutely reaching for some sort of idea to get you negative about Cyberpunk 2077. Because a company like Kotaku a company like Polygon, which we'll get to later, all the mainstream gaming media, the vast majority of people have left them. They don't care. These people have nothing that they want to hear anymore. Why? Because the people that create these articles are petrified of people like myself, Gary, Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, people like that. Why? Because they are petrified of people that have their own opinion. Whether people like it or dislike it, they are absolutely petrified that we will have our own opinions. They want you to have their opinion. That's all they want. They want to be the voice, and they want to have all the control and power. But the problem with them is these people are petrified of having their own opinion. They can't have one. They have to defer to what the echo chamber says. They have to defer to what the think tank says, to what everyone in the office says. They have to defer to the fact that they can't offend Jenny and they can't offend Tom, and they've got to be very careful around Sid, who's female, but they have to tread on so many different eggshells that they are petrified that if they go outside of the received opinion, they will be cancelled. Because remember, of course, once you're cancelled and removed, you're out for good. There's no coming back. No matter how many times you stomp your feet, no matter how many times you attack the main audience, your gamers, your video game companies, and say, hey, look, I really am just like you. No. You will forever be ostracized because you had that awful sin of going against the grain. So why they try to implant the idea that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be a failure is because they have no control over this juggernaut of a game which will sell absolutely millions upon millions. A game in which CD Projekt Red has said doesn't have any political leanings. It's just there for you to enjoy and have fun with. So there's no narrative to control. Hey folks, why aren't you playing The Last of Us Part 2? Why aren't you playing two miserable as toss lesbians turn psycho and just go crazy while in 25 years deep into the apocalypse, we have to worry about somebody's pronouns because they identify as a fuck off. Gamers couldn't give two shits about that bollocks. You're not educating us. You're boring us. You're boring us with your pathetic ideology. Your skin deep ideology. And by the way, your hypocritical ideology. Because you're only using people. You're only using people for leverage. And again, it's about control and power. So Kotaku, fuck off. CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077. It sucks that Cyberpunk 2077's edgelord marketing worked so well. Let me just translate that to the normal person out there. We're absolutely angry that a game company made their game appeal to regular, normal people by mocking social constructs, by taking the piss out of what people believe is so relevant. When I say people believe, I mean the echo chamber believes is relevant, and we all know isn't. And why do we all know it isn't relevant? Because we step out of our doors when we're allowed to, when we're not in a lockdown. And we go outside and we see that the world is just fine without your intersectional identity politics ruining everything. So they try and use a couple of examples, stuff that we've looked at before. They try and use the example of this marketing advert here. I've done a video about this in the past. This article is, this advert is Mix It Up. And we see what looks like a pretty attractive woman. She's got a drink, she's got a straw, and she's also got a massive cock. Mix it up. We've got a little bit of male, we got a bit of female. What's it doing? It's taking the piss. It's satire. It's satire at the way that advertising and marketing companies use demographics to sell their products while not giving a shit about them at all, but pretending that they're all for the cause. They're all for the cause. It's great satire. But they can't let it go, and deeper down, ladies, they talk about, a phobic tweet where somebody says from CD Projekt Red, did you just assume our gender? That's not a phobic tweet, you absolute bellends. That's just comedy. Again, satire. Taking something which people get so butthurt about and twisting it on itself. And of course, the cancellation mob came for them. And sadly, in this instance, CD Projekt Red did take action. The best thing that they could have done was not to take action. You don't ever bend the knee to these freaks. And they are freaks. Because they don't truly believe in what they're saying. It's just all part of cancel culture. It's all part of dogpiling. It's all part of getting frothy at the mouth at the thought of being able to tear somebody down and ruin them. These people are sick. They're sick here. And that's why companies like CD Projekt Red need to keep targeting normal, regular people. Normal, regular people that see this bollocks and go jog on. That see these attacks. That see these twists. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be an istaphobe game. Fuck off. Shut up. You're pathetic. And we can see you. And you're so frightened that we talk back to you like this because you just want us to roll over on our bellies. We're not gonna. You're ill. You're sick. You're freaks. There's something wrong with you up here. And it eats you up inside that people dare speak out against you. And it eats you up even more when a gaming company ignores you. Ignores you. Because then you feel as if you've lost control and you've lost your power. Well, guess what? You've not got any power anymore. You've got nothing. Cyberpunk 2077 will come out on Thursday, and Cyberpunk 2077 will sell millions upon millions of copies. Fingers crossed it lives up to the hype, because what we could really do with right at the end of 2020 is a dose of a real fun game that stuck two fingers up to these pathetic companies with their pathetic overpaid employees that are simply there to cast down gamers and to abuse demographics and use them while just being hypocritical all day long. Woo, there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.